on rusty car window frames screaming Odaka Ganesh from dawn till dusk, all for a pittance a day. I have no trouble admitting that I probably wouldn't have lasted a day in the conditions that Seth endured for 2 years. But here's the most amazing part of Seth's trotro mate experience. Seth graduated. Go to any trotro station or lorry park in the country and you will find drivers and mates who have worked there for 15 years. Not Seth. He knew he was not a trotro mate, so from day one, he started planning his exit. He wasn't satisfied with being a mate, so he learned how to drive. Now, this was not free. You have to buy the fuel and pay the driver for his time. In many cases, you have to pay a rental fee for the car that you're using for practice. Now, Seth was earning next to nothing, but in spite of the paltriness of his wage, the guy still managed to save enough for his driving lessons as well as a little nest egg with which he kick-started his first business ventures. But more about those later. Today, the message I want to share with you is simple. I've talked often about how God sends you through the wilderness on your way to the promised land. Well, he does it for two reasons. First, to test you, and then to equip you. You see, the principle is this. Before God can give you 1,000,000, he must first see how you handle 100. Seth made almost nothing, but he was able to distribute that nothing between his sustenance, his siblings, and his savings. He showed he was capable of managing the little God gave him, so God gave him more. Second, God was equipping him. All the financial management skills Seth is using today to grow his multi-million-dollar business were learnt as a trotro mate. Making his minuscule salary cover all his obligations, including saving, was all the NBA Seth would ever need to manipulate his abundant resources today. God tested him, and when he passed, God equipped him for success. My dear friend, whatever you're going through, please know that it's only meant to test you and then equip you. Your days of rejection, your weeks of illness, your months of joblessness, your years of failure in business, your decades of doomsaw, your centuries of underdevelopment, are those wilderness years are meant to test us and equip us so that if we want to move out of the desert, we must first pass our test and prepare ourselves for the promised land. If you're still in it, then you're not done learning from it. If your blessing has not yet arrived, it's because you're not yet equipped for it. So pay attention. What have you not quite finished learning yet? Is it patience? Is it humility? Is it love? Is it forgiveness? Is it the ability to save? Whatever it is, master it. It's the only thing standing between you and your promised land. Master it and graduate from your wilderness. Tomorrow I'll tell you how Seth Yeboah Ukran of York's Investment guaranteed his success by failing. But until then, my name is Kojo Yankson, and I learned how to fish in the desert. So now I eat abundantly from the river. Good morning, Ghana.
There was good and evil. We chose good. Why raise the time of the Most High, ye sons of men?